What's going on, believers? Saitama has not pumped yet, and you are probably sitting there right now looking at me wondering why. Because nobody can seem to give you that answer, but I always give you the answer. It's not always the answer that you like. Sometimes it is. But I'm always going to give you the truth. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.
Blast off, we will, across the universe.
Hey guys, there's a join button down below, $4.99 for a month. I'm going to release a little bit of content. It's going to be private. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Hopefully I'll get a lot of subscribers, and hopefully it'll be a cool thing. All right, guys, I want to thank everybody, first of all, for showing up to my live stream last night. It was my first big live stream event. I appreciate everybody's support. Saitama trading at 25.61, and we did answer a few questions about Saitama last night, but it's trading at 25.61, 7-0 still, and we are still in that low level of support. Like, there's just not a lot of interest happening right now. And a lot of you are asking the question, and rightly so, what is going on and why no pump Saitama, pump no Saitama? The answer is actually a very complicated answer, and there are multiple layers to it. First, and let's go over the most important thing, and you've got to be able to see that in order to understand. Ethereum is down 6.7% in the last 24 hours, trading at 26.16. Now, I know what you're saying. It was down 7 days ago as well. It was at a lower point 7 days ago. So were we. So it's very important to understand that when you look at this right here and you look at this right here, we're currently following the trajectory of Ethereum. Now, there are a lot of times over the course of the last few months when Saitama has been able to march to the beat of its own drum. It has not been stuck trending along with Ethereum, but that's not the case right now. And the reason for that is an unfortunate one, but it's merely because the development team didn't do the greatest of job at rolling out what was going on with Saitama. Well, at least they didn't do a good job of communicating effectively what was going on and unleashing it on the masses at the right time with the right sentiment. Everything that could have been done properly didn't get done properly. And that's okay, because now we get to move on. But we have to look at buy sentiment, because the sell signals are very easy to see, because you can see these giant cascades of red that happen. Now, here's what you're not seeing. You're not seeing overnight the Asian market or the European markets dumping and taking enormous amounts of profit. Now, you're going to see 9 ETH sell, 8 ETH sell. You're going to see people dumping and taking some profit, but that is starting to wane. But what you are definitely seeing during a downtrend with Ethereum is the pump is starting. You can see here, 550, you've got multiple transactions. 551, you've got multiple transactions. There's still a lag in between, and you're not getting it as much as you would under normal circumstances, because let's face it, Saitama was a pump god at one point that just kept going and going and going. But you see here, the enthusiasm, it starts to pick up. When it starts to pick up and you stop seeing the desperate chads doing their sell-off, then you're going to start to see a little bit of a pump. Now, the best thing, and I believe I pointed this out yesterday, is the best thing that you could hope for is that Ethereum continues to drop while Saitama continues to move upward, because if you're looking to take profit at any point, or you're looking to convert to Ethereum because you need it for something, or you want to just hold it for a little while to get another big up off of it, then that's an opportunity. Now, if you're a long-term hodler and you're sitting here waiting for your big bag to move, don't be concerned and don't be alarmed. Be upset with the notification process. Be upset with the marketing process, but understand that in this long-term game, this is a bump in the road. There have been many, many, many tokens who've had a moment where things didn't work out the way that they wanted. Their launch did not go the way they wanted for something. And the end result ended up being that we forgot about it in the long run. And only the chosen few who stuck around for that entire period of time even know about it. So we're still trending number 2 on DEX tools. Still a hot commodity, a hot property. It's just a matter of time now. So we're down 20% to the previous day. Today, we've got Shaman King should be loaded. We've got 24 hours until Lily Finance launches. And what I am thinking, and I am guessing, because again, I'm an outsider, banned from Telegram because they don't like what I have to say. But what I do have to say is this. I believe that there is some institutional money that will be coming in on Friday. I believe that that is what they've been alluding to for this entire time, and that institutional money on Friday will come in. There will be a huge buy of Saitama so that there can then be large buys of Lily Finance. Now, there should be a cap on the liquidity. I believe that they are taking measures, and there will be an AMA at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on Friday, where I hope they're going to go over it and that the launch will take place on time. I would like for as many of us as possible to be ready to go on Lily Finance on Friday so that we're all nestled in and settled in as close to the bottom as we can possibly get. Now, that being said, if it launches, and I'm going to look, by the way, before I make a purchase, I'm going to look at Lily Finance, and if it looks like the market cap is already shooting up because they have tipped their hat and they have let people get in early because they're playing a buddy game, then I'll probably be out of Saitama because it's either a fair launch or it is not a fair launch. I would not normally be concerned about that, but the recent actions give me cause to question what everybody is doing behind the scenes. Now, if it's a fair launch and you can see that we're starting at a blank slate with maybe just we're going to look at the wallets. We're going to take a snapshot right away, and then we're going to start looking at those wallets, and we're going to figure out. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to make that purchase as quickly as possible for at least $5,000 just to get in and be able to nestle in at that bottom. And I hope that it moves. If it moves, then I'm going to take some profit. I'm going to do what you're supposed to do. I'm going to take some profit. I'm going to leave the rest in, let it ride, play the house money, and set it and forget it, and let Saitama and Lily Finance do their thing, and hopefully it will turn into something better. And that'll be a great thing. But I do want to watch because it has me nervous to have to think, and I shouldn't, but it has me nervous that I feel like I have to at least consider that these institutional people or these people that are in Saitama might get first dibs on getting in and continue to enrich themselves and continue to do things that I, as the layman investor, are not able to do because I've not kissed enough butt or whatever it is. So I'm going to be nervous about that. I'm going to be watching for it, and I'm going to hope that it doesn't happen and that I'm just being alarmist for no reason. Moving on. Okay, guys, we're going to find out what happens in the next short period of time with Saitama. There's an accumulation happening right now. Hopefully, that's going to lead to a big move to the upside. It's trending. Take your sticks. Look at it. It's trending down right now. But if you kind of zoom out and just say we're taking a couple day window, look right here. Other than this massive dump that happened, it's trending basically right along that 2,500 line with a pump and a move down to 25. So maybe we can find some support at 2,500 and we'll be good to go. But guys, if you are interested in me doing an AMA that's just specifically Saitama related, I would like to do one. and we can at least talk, and you can ask your questions, because I get a lot of questions in the comment section from people wanting to know what I really think, and I have no problem telling you exactly what I think. I have no problem telling you exactly what I think about everybody, and I have no problem letting everybody know what I think the truth is. Now, my truth might not be your truth. You might be one of those guys who just think everything is positive, and anytime something bad happens, it must just be a blip in the road. But I happen to think that there's a trend that's happening right now, and it's a trend I don't like, but I'm not deterred by that trend. I hope that you're not deterred either. It's ironic, though, that I keep saying deterred and snickering in my brain because, turds are funny. But the last thing that I want to say, and this is the most important thing that I can possibly say, and I'm going to get this mic a little bit closer because I want everybody to hear it. I want you to look me in the eyes, and I'm going to tell you. Binance, 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 Binance. If they want me to call it Binance, they'll put a U in it. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go.